Hello, all, and welcome back for week 2. I want to go over what the plan is for this week and what your schedule looks like as you open up the checklist. So, this checklist is in Schoology if you look under the week 2 folder, April 6th through April 10th. One thing that you'll notice is that it's shorter than last week because this is Easter week. So, we have Friday and Monday off of school. We would have if we would have been coming into the building, and so I'm also going to honor that, and you should not have to work on Friday or Monday. So I actually only have 3 assignments for you this week because I want to wrap up talking about some things in our introduction to the Cold War, and then I'm going to give you a really brief assessment at the end of the week here, looking at what you've learned or some way for you to show me what you've learned about the Cold War. So starting with our first lesson, lesson 10.5, you're going to be looking in more depth at NATO and the Warsaw Pact. So last week, your containment assignment, it mentioned NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization that was formed as an alliance against communism in the Soviet Union. And in response to that, the Soviet Union forms the Warsaw Pact as an alliance of communist countries. So what I want you to do is first watch the NATO and Warsaw Pact lecture notes. There's no notes outlined for this, but this information is important in order for you to complete the assignment. So this is only, 5 minutes long. It's not that long. Watch these lecture notes first, and then go into, there's a map that shows which are the NATO countries and which are the Warsaw Pact countries, and I want you to analyze that map and answer the critical thinking questions. Okay. You can also note that the deadline next week is Tuesday. So again, I'm giving you the full week to do the assignments at whatever pace you want to do them at. And again, since we don't have class on Monday, the deadline for next week is next week on Tuesday, April 14th. For lesson 10.6, you are going to be thinking about all the different things that we've learned about the Cold War, thinking about containment policy and the Truman Doctrine and the Berlin airlift and NATO, and you are going to be looking at several political cartoons that are related to the Cold War. As the second bullet point says, these cartoons are based on all of the information we've covered in this unit, so you might need to look back and refer to some of the previous notes and assignments in order to help you understand the cartoons and what they're referencing. And there's a chart then for you to fill out for each of the different cartoons. And again, I expect you to submit this assignment by next week on Tuesday. Lastly, then, for this week, you are going to be creating your own political cartoon. This is going to be your assessment. I'm not going to give you any tests or quizzes on this section that we're discussing, but I want you to show me what you've learned about the Cold War. So taking everything you've learned, you're going to create a political cartoon that represents some topic of the Cold War. The instructions are pretty step by step. When you open up the assignment, it will tell you to choose a topic, choosing something that's related to something we've been discussing in class, draw a cartoon using symbols and images, and then there are pre-questions to answer before you create your cartoon, and there are post-drawing questions for you to answer. And again, this is due next week on Tuesday, April 14th. So I'm giving you, in theory, I'm giving you 2 days here to complete this cartoon assessment. So this, if you were doing it in order, lesson 10.5 on NATO would be on Monday, lesson 10.6 on the Cold War political cartoon analysis would be on Tuesday, and then 10.7 would be both Wednesday and Thursday. You would have to complete the cartoon assessment. And I've included some additional information down here if you want to get some more information about political cartoons of that time period or more information about NATO. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and I am always here to help if you just need help understanding any of the assignments or you want some more assistance in understanding how to do the assessment. I can help you out with that. Talk to you guys soon.